Welcome to another Greensboro.com high school football video. I'm Joe Serrera, and we are joined this week by Grimsley head football coach Darryl Brown. Darryl, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
You guys have all playoff games are big, but a big one this week with Durham Hillside, second round of 4AA West playoffs at home, Jameson Stadium, 7:30 Friday night. You took care of business in the first round, beat East Forsyth 27-13. Now that you had a chance to break down that film a little, what did you see from your Whirlies in that one?
Well, I was really proud of our kids. We knew it was going to be a tough, hard-fought game. It always is when we play East Forsyth. And we knew they were going to come in ready to play. I mean, they were the two-time defending champs, and their kids have a lot of pride, and their coaches do as well. So we knew they were going to show up and be ready to play. But I thought our guys made a lot of really hard – I think I may have told you this Friday night, really hard, tough plays when we had to make them. We converted a fourth down in the first half, right before the half, for a touchdown on 4th and 10 from, at the 10-yard line, 4th and goal, actually, from the 10-yard line. And then went in at the half, 7-3 being the score. And, I mean, the morale and the spirit of our kids was as good as I have ever seen it this season. They were really upbeat, really engaged in what we were going over at the half, just ready to get back out on the field. And I think that showed when we got back out to start the second half with our defense, starting off, creating a turnover. And then on the first play, Jael Melton scores, create 2 more turnovers that lead to touchdowns in the third quarter. And that's pretty much the difference in the game. So I was really proud of our kids and how they fought and just how they were ready to go coming out after the half.
This week, a little bit different kind of challenge, maybe. Durham Hillside coming to Jameson Stadium. They have a reputation and a history of being physical and fast. They're a team that Dudley plays pretty much every year other than this year when we had pandemic scheduling. And Stephen Davis, the coach at Dudley, always says he likes to play them because they're a lot like his team. They're fast, they're physical. They're going to hit you in the mouth and see how you respond. What do you see from the Hornets on film?
A lot of what you just said. And they do remind you a little bit of Dudley kind of football teams. I'm very athletic, very physical, got good size up front on the offensive line. Defensively, they're really fast. They fly around. They give you a lot of different looks on the defensive side of the ball. They're always creating pressure. We know whether it be off the edge with their outside backers or interior pressure. And the guys are just, like I said, they make plays. They have the capability of big playing you at any time. They put the ball down the field vertical and stretch the field on you that way. Their quarterback's a really good athlete that gets out of the pocket and makes plays with his feet. So we got a huge challenge for sure on Friday.
You guys, everything starts with defense. You've got a great offense, but you're a defense-first team. They are clearly too. Maybe not quite as explosive as you guys offensively. If it's a tight defensive game with them, what do you think are the kind of things that could swing the outcome in your favor? Turnovers, special teams? What do you see in this game?
Yeah, those 2 things you just mentioned, we talked about them yesterday in our team meeting going into film before we went out on the practice field. And we feel like turnovers are huge this week. Offensively, they're going to put you in some bad situations just because they're a good football team on the defensive side of the ball. We got to make sure we don't turn it over. And I think, our defense kind of thrives on creating turnovers. And I was looking at our goal board. The last 4 weeks, we've had in all 4 games, we've had 2+ turnovers created by our defense, and that puts our offense in good situations. But I think special teams, and we've mentioned this a lot yesterday with our football team, will be critical. I like our punt team a lot. We've done a lot of good things with our punt team as far as Miles Gowans has had a really good year for us there. We do pretty good job of covering the field. But I think our punt team can be big and kind of changing the field position battle. And I think in a game like this, that'll be huge.
You mentioned kicking game. Kicking off, you guys have done a lot of pooches, a lot of trying to bounce it past that first row and get them scrambling a little bit to recover the ball and do anything with it. Is that something that has been by design, accidental? Just kind of how has that all kind of come about?
Combination of both. We just Jake Henry does a good job for us and does works hard at it and does what we ask out of him to the best of his ability. We just kicking it deep is not really deep compared to a lot of teams. We don't really get it down near the end zone or in range of a touchback or anything like that. And we play some teams that have dynamic return guys as well. And the last thing we want to do is give up 6 points with our kickoff team when we're going to put a defense out there that predominantly don't give up any points during the course of a game anyway. We would like to be a little bit better with our kickoff team, maybe placing the ball in some different spots than what we did last Friday. Wasn't really good last Friday. But we've also looked at, kind of getting it on down the field and just taking our chance with our guys that are covering, and hopefully they'll do a good job. And so I think you'll see some of both this week.
In a normal season, and this obviously hasn't been a normal season, you'd be in week 8 of the regular season. Your team would still kind of have some room to grow before you got to the playoffs, but you don't have that luxury this year. You're already in week 2. Where do you feel like this team is, and how much better do you think they can get?
Well, I mentioned to you last week, I think we're getting better. I think we can continue to get better, and we are getting better every week. And we talked a lot about our defense as kind of our backbone, and coming into the season, we knew that. So that group of guys was pretty much ready to go. The foundation was set with that group, and they've carried us. But I think offensively, we're still gelling, and we're still getting better, and we're still kind of finding out some things that we can do offensively that we wasn't sure about early in the year. And having some new pieces on the offense, some new leaders and stuff, took us a little while to kind of figure out what everybody could do or what was best for us. And I think we're really just kind of hitting on that right now. So, we got a good game plan, I feel like, going into Friday night. Coach Tripp and Coach Brown, our offensive line coach, and Coach Tripp does our quarterbacks. They coordinate our offense. They do a great job of using our personnel. You see a lot of different guys touch the ball. A lot of guys are capable of making plays for us. So they do a good job of spreading it around. But I think we'll just continue to get better on that side of the ball, which is good for us if we can continue to do that moving on down the road.
Speaking of moving down the road, you reached the regional championship game last year. Obviously, a really tough loss to East Forsyth, team that went on to win the title. What's going to determine how far this Grimsley team goes this year?
Well, and I know this kind of sounds a generic answer. We're really just concerned about the game on Friday night and beating Durham Hillside, and because that's going to be a huge challenge. And our focus is only on that. That's how it is every year. Just next game. We're not looking ahead to who would be next week or the possibility of getting to the finals or anything like that. Obviously, that's our goal. But we know if we don't take care of business this week, then none of that's going to matter. And I think when you get to the end of the year, we kind of figure out if the year was a success, that kind of deal. But our guys are hungry. I mean, we got a lot of guys that have been here before, that have had tough defeats in the state playoffs. We've won 2 conference championships in a row now, and they're hungry for more. And, we're locked in at practice. We're focused at practice. I couldn't ask for any more about how we practice Monday through Thursday. We fly around. We have tough, hard days. Like today's going to be a really tough practice for us. But our kids expect that, and they like that. And so, we'll be ready to play. And we're excited about Friday night, and we're excited about the opportunity to move on, and hopefully we'll have that chance.
That sounds good. I wish you guys nothing but luck on Friday night at home against Durham Hillside. Thank you for joining us, and look forward to another playoff victory, we hope, for the Whirlies.
I appreciate it, Joe. I appreciate all you do for us. Thank you.
Thanks.